Okay, so the Junos exam objectives state that you need to learn about the Junos batch configuration model. I've never really needed to use this because I'm usually the only person in a device making changes at a given time, but Juniper wants you to learn about it anyway, so I'm going to teach you. There may be one or two questions on the exam about this also. So the Junos batch configuration or commit feature basically aggregates or merges multiple configuration edits for multiple CLI sessions or multiple users and adds them into one batch commit queue. The batch commit server runs on the device and queues up all the commit operations from different users and sessions and puts them together for a single configuration commit. Now, my lab router does not actually have this feature, so I'm going to give you an on-screen example here. What's going to happen in this case is once our commit operations are queued and aggregated, a single batch commit operation will initiate. If there is an error in one of the commits in the batch, the whole batch will be aborted and discarded, and each individual commit operation will be initiated separately, and it will throw an error back on the one that failed. Okay, so the first command here configures the number of commit transactions to aggregate or merge in a single commit operation, which is set to 4. The next command limits the number of commit jobs that are added to the queue. The next one configures the time in seconds to wait before starting the next batch operation, which is set to 5 seconds. The next command sets the number of days to keep error logs, and the last two commands set a file name for the logging and batch commit events. The trace options are set to flag all, and that's it, not too much to it. Like I said before, I haven't used this much out of necessity, but you might want to use it in a larger organization or project where multiple engineers are working on the same device at the same time. And not every device has this feature. Usually, if you're configuring a device, you should be the only one making configuration changes at a time. At least that's the way it is most of the time. Now, another way you can load a configuration from the command line with copy and paste is with the hierarchy config. You can use the command load merge terminal. So let's give that a try here with load merge terminal. Alright, so when you do this, it's going to show the type D at the end of the new line to end your input. So what you do here is paste in your config. Once you paste in your hierarchy config, this is the config with all the curly brackets in it, the one that looks more like the hierarchy structure and not just all of the set commands. When you paste that config in, you will see it all go in, and then you just press enter. Then you press Ctrl D, and that will get you back out of this mode. So we'll do that now. Alright, so let's go out of that. I didn't paste anything in there, I just wanted to show you what the command looked like, but if you don't realize that you have to hit enter and then Ctrl D is not going to actually load your config. So make sure that you do that. Depending on what kind of configuration you have built or saved, you can load a configuration this way by pasting set commands also, as we talked about earlier.